Alright, so last we had explored around the village. We had seen that Ridis's mom has some kind of mysterious illness. The town is kind of worried about dragons and kind of just looking to keep to themselves. And we are about ready to go to the inn and progress things. Actually, let's check. I believe we didn't check the game parlor. Let's check and see what the game parlor has. They have card games. Let's play a card game. Alright, I'll pick the simple card game. Ah, well. Ooh, that's... That's really good, isn't it? So I could do like 4, 5, 6. I'll take that, yeah. 15. That's a pretty good start. Discard 1. Oh, I forget what card he kept. Can I... Okay, 8 on the board. So if I give it 2, then that's at least somewhat... Well, I mean, even if I gave up the 5, I don't think he'd be able to do anything with it. But I'll give the 2. Lowest score possible. Ah, pair of 8s. I mean, the only pair that I can is the one that I set up for myself. Yes. Then I'll have to discard 1? Yeah, 1. Let me check the board again. So they've got a 3, so I'm actually gonna... Should I hold on to the 3 or not? Because if I give a 3, they can only make 6. If they get a 4, then they can make 12. I mean, yeah, if they get a 4... Yeah, let's give him the worst. It's assured that he'll get 6, but he'll only get 6. See? 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 See, that was going to happen no matter what. I made the right call there. I keep everything? Yes. Absolutely made the right call. A genius. I might be a losing genius, but I'm a genius. What do they have again? They have a 7. So in other words, giving him the 8 will actually give him something. So let's discard the 2. I've got a set, but it's a really bad set. What do they have again? So they have 12, 16, and 6. So that's 30, or 12, 16, and 6 would be, what, 44? Or 34? Hold on. Alright. 16 and 6 is 22. Plus 12 is 34. So I'm in the lead right now. Okay. That's what I was worried about. I'm in the lead. Okay, that's what matters. These cards suck. I mean, you're gonna make me do this. Yeah, sure. And then I discard it because it's not any better than what I already have. And then I discard the... Ew. So if I discard the 5, I give them the win. If I discard the 8, I still potentially give them an even harder win. Because then I'm giving... Wait. 6, 7, 8. So I'm giving them the win right now regardless. Okay, so it depends on how much of a win I give them. So if that's the case, I'm just going to give them the 5. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Please give me a 6. Ugh. Yes, I'll take that. It's better than 4. Not by a lot, though. Ugh. Man, I am just not getting anything good in this. Although they just gave me a lot more points. So that's 7 more points than what I had before, which will give me the little bit of an edge. Because I'm going to have to discard something from here. Not this one. Not this one. This one. They're 49. So 49 to their 48. Doing pretty good. What do they have in their hand? They have a 2 in their hand. Well, a 3 connects either of those. So if they're going to hit a 3, I would rather them hit a 3 with the ace rather than with the 4. Although I don't think that would even give them enough points to make it worth holding. Yeah, it's 2 points. They're not going to get rid of what they have on hand. Okay, what? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because they're losing no matter what.
Good job. The boy praises you, proffering a gift in commemoration of your first win.
Marble die appearance obtained. Open the options menu from the title screen to change appearances. From the title screen. This game is so janky. Ooh, add skills. The following rules are now available for play. New, add skills. Yeah, this game gets increasingly more complex. You can add skills, and I forget what else you can do. But it eventually becomes a very complex 4-player game that is actually really hard to keep up with sometimes. Becomes a very chaotic game. You know, playing single player with basic rules like that is as easy as it can get. I forget, did we get... We got everything from the armorer here, right? The armorer... Yeah, because I think it was the Ravagers that I got from here. And everything else should be current gear. Or something that I already have. So like this here, I already have a set of this in the back. Because that's what she had coming in. Hey, Victor, how you doing? I just won a game of cards at the game parlor, and doing so unlocked the marble die, which I have to go back to the main menu to be able to select it and change to it, because this game is very janky. Alright, I believe that's everything. I believe I checked everywhere else, so let's go to the end and progress.
Been a while since we've had any outsiders, the innkeeper says, beckoning the party inside. It turns out this inn is simply a place where the poor lost souls trapped in the bewildering wood may recover. You may stay as long as you like, free of charge.
I love how Yoko Taro will do stuff like this sometimes, where like he'll do something and he'll set up a mechanic, but he'll explain the mechanic in a different way every time you come across it. So, you know, here the inn is just free. The inn is going to be free. I'm assuming the inn's going to be free pretty much everywhere except for maybe like once as like a practical joke or something. But everywhere that the inn is free, you're getting a different reason why the inn is free.
The wooden dining table practically groans under the weight of the platters upon it, all brimming with meats and vegetables from the bewildering wood. I've certainly earned this, you say to yourself, as you slide into your seat at the table, positively drooling over the feast before you. Melanie takes no note of your boorish behavior, uttering a small prayer of thanksgiving before reaching for a plate of vegetables. Mar sits, eyes fixed on the food upon the table, statuesque in his stillness. What a good boy.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Or something approximately thereof.
Mar clears the entire table in a matter of seconds, even emptying the water barrel in a single gulp.
He's a good boy. He's earned it.
He lets out a self-satisfied burp that sends a small jet of just-drank water arcing out onto the floor. The sun sinks low, and the day draws to a close. A scream pierces the silence, Fire! You leap out of bed, adrenaline coursing through your veins. The others follow suit, and before long you've burst through the front door and into the street. Ridis's house is ablaze, a nearby villager screams. My mother is still inside, Ridis shrieks, darting past you to fetch water from the well south of the village. Ridis is gathering water in an attempt to fight the blaze all on her own.
Can you spare no one to help her? I mean, Mar just showed their ability to spew water, right? Or should I do Melanie? These are the two that I think of when I think of potential and capability. Don't think of Ash at all. Mar?
Mar's eyes light up. He scrambles over the edge of the well and sucks the well dry in an instant. He pokes at his swollen belly and gestures toward Ridis's house, as if to say, "Get me back there, quick." Quickly, put it out. You have to put it out, Ridis screams at Mar. Mar douses the house with the water he sucked up from the well. The fire is reduced to mere embers, and all is well. Or so you think. Something darts out from behind the house and attacks.
Happenstance cards will trigger each turn. Decrease fire damage dealt to all allies. Happenstances can sometimes occur during battle. You can see their effect with the triangle button. Alright, decrease fire damage dealt to all allies and enemies by 2. That's lucky. Okay, so fire enemy. Freeze, right? Or wind. I mean, wind can feed fires, though. So, freeze. Ah! Hopefully at least weak? Okay, at least weak. Wait, period. Wait. What was that? Restore. Oh, okay. It was restores 5 HP each turn, and it said for 99 turns. Okay. I wasn't sure what that 99 was. Let's see what happens with Lightning Strike, I guess. Actually, let's see what happens with the Lightning Strike. At worst, we can just skip doing the lightning later.
That was lucky.
It was. I'll take it. So my attack with Mars at 18 at 10, so that'd be 8 damage versus a potential 12 here, meaning that this is the more surefire damage. All right. Let's hope for a freeze. Nice. All right. The lightning strike actually did decent enough damage to where I feel like it has the potential to deal at minimum the same as the slash, if not more. So let's do this again, and since they're frozen, this will be double damage. Alright, this is almost over.
You did great.
Ooh, a new attack. Rolling Claw. Deal 1.5 times damage. Oh, no, sorry. This is skill. My bad. Skill acquired. Well, no, skills are attacks, aren't they?
The fiery beast dispatched, you return to putting out the last of the blaze with Mars' help. Ridus's mother, now safe, tells you the creature came out of nowhere and set the house aflame. What would bring a creature of fire to a place like this, you wonder?
The next day.
Light breaks on a new day, and the commotion of the fire feels but a nightmare. You lead your party to Ridus's house to ask for safe passage out of the bewildering wood. Though spared from complete collapse, Ridus's home has been thoroughly scorched. Ridus's mother tells you she was once deceived by a crooked merchant and plunged into debt. Ridus has been working to repay the debt ever since her mother took ill. You lightly press your thumb and forefinger to the corner of each eye, a mixture of sadness and anger swirling within you.
Okay, so what's the rest of her story? Alright, so as we read last time, either through bad luck or too trusting a heart, Ridus's mother has endured no shortage of hardship despite living in secluded wood. You might think the repeated swindlings would get her down, but that would require that she realized she's been defrauded. Perhaps ignorance really is bliss. Oh no. Ritus's mom buys NFTs.
Ritus sits alone in one of its rooms, the air thick with the smell of char. There shouldn't be any fire creatures for miles, she grumbles. She says the monster appeared while she was playing the woodland flute last night. As to why any monsters, let alone fire monsters, appeared, well...
Well...
Despite the circumstances, you ask Ritus to lead you out of the bewildering wood as promised. I did promise that, didn't I? She says wearily, rising from her seat. The poor girl is clearly still in shock. Why do you want to venture out beyond the bewildering wood anyway? She inquires, as she gathers this and that in preparation to leave.
What reason will you give her for wanting to leave the bewildering wood? We're looking for the dragon. I mean, may as well be honest with her. There's no reason to not.
We are in search of the dragon, you say valiantly, adding, the reward will be significant should we defeat him. Honesty is the best policy. Sounds like a real risky way to make a living, she replies flatly, feigning interest. A group of Ivory Order people came through here just the other day, she explains. You connect the dots with malice. Those three, you seethe. At last, Ritus is ready to depart for the edge of the bewildering wood.
A maximum of 3 characters can participate in battles. Select Party from the Setup menu to form your battle party. Set up your party. Let's see what we should do. I mean, I'm kind of good with what we have now for our party. I'm not sure why we would put her in place of anyone else, especially when we just got the 50% more damage boost for Mar. I mean, unless I can just replace Ash. That may actually be an improvement. Oh, it definitely is not. Because Ritus is 2 levels behind everyone else. Although, with all that being the case, I should still check our setup here. The Dryad's Garb is good, pretty much overall. You give up 1 defense, but you get 1 speed in place of it. Hey, Emerald, thank you for the follow. How you doing? Well, I will warn the fetus, we are pro-choice here, so just be careful. So do we go out this way or do we go out the other way? Let's see, guy.
This road takes you to the east side of the Bewildering Wood, but you'd be hard-pressed to find your way without a woodlander's help, the guard warns. Upon seeing that Riddis is with you, he steps aside and lets you through. The eastern portion of the woods certainly does not want for thick, soupy fog.
Your ability to manipulate the camera has been restricted.
You turn away, ready to lead the party deeper into the Bewildering Wood. Wait just a moment, you lot, calls the voice of an older man from somewhere behind you. Riddis appears to be familiar with him. She calls him Mr. O.
Oh?
Here you are, young lady, he says, handing her a slip of paper.
Oh. Invoice for rental property damage and associated repairs, totaling 1 million gold. And we have confirmed that even though this is a Square Enix game, that G is gold and not gil.
Oh dear.
Even the paper is shocked at the amount.
Further, Mr. O explains, Riddis did not have a fire insurance policy at the time of the conflagration, and so she shall have to pay in full.
That sounds like your problem.
I'll thank you kindly to pay by the end of the month. Bye now, Mr. O says, receding from view as he returns to the forest.
Fucking landlords.
Hee hee. Riddis lets out a bemused chuckle, her demeanor remarkably calm for what has just transpired. She pulls the woodland flute from her cloak and begins softly playing. Riddis's ear-splitting performance, shall we say, draws monsters out from behind the trees. Within moments, they are nearly upon you.
So, though this appears to be a card game in presentation, it really is just a straight-up turn-based RPG. The cards are just an affectation for delivering the story and whatnot in a way that is really affordable to develop. What am I doing? It's a tree. It's insulated. Hello, Miss Coconut Tree. Good evening. How are you today?
Congrats.
So, to catch you up on the story so far, we have just rescued Riddis's mom's house from fire. And then her landlord delivered the bill for the damages, totaling 1 million gold.
That's odd. I must have made a mistake, Riddis says, burying her face in her old book once more.
What do you ask, Riddis? What are you reading? What are you talking about?
She opens the book to a particular page and thrusts it in your face. You can't tell anyone in the village I let you see this, okay? It's a page of sheet music with a note scrawled beside it that reads, "Play this lucky tune to reverse your financial fortunes and make money woes a thing of the past." No matter how many times I played this last night, our debt never went down, she fumes, incensed. You inspect the page a bit more carefully. Off in a corner, in letters so small as to be illegible, another message reads, "May summon monsters if played incorrectly."
Oops.
You finally see that so long as Ridis holds the flute, this is nothing more than a monster conjuring melody. You snatch the woodland flute from her hands. "You have lost your flute-playing privileges," you inform her. "But I'll never escape from this mountain of debt without it," she cries, clearly still believing in the melody of fortune. Melanie quietly opines that while Ridis is many things, bright is not one of them.
Yeah, the game has been really fun so far. Despite the budgetary considerations of how the game is created, the team is, really talented, really good character designer, an amazing composer, and Yoko Taro is an excellent game designer and writer. So, he writes very compelling characters and very compelling scenarios. This is actually the core team that did Nier Automata, and I think Nier Replicant as well. I'm not sure if the character designer was there for Replicant. I know he's credited on the remake. All right, time to saute some mushrooms. Oh, I forgot to put the skill on. Well, let's just do regular damage. Oh yeah, and also, this game, if the design wasn't already apparent, this game is available on mobile, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, I believe it was first designed for mobile and then later ported to console and PC. Which draws some ire from true gamers, but, I mean, a fun game is a fun game. Add 5 wind damage... 5 to wind damage target takes for 3 turns. That sounds like a good one. Oh, more money. Which, I can kind of understand the opposition to mobile games, just insofar as, like, there's a lot of them that are very kind of, they're shovelware, so there's not really great effort put into making a compelling game or making an interesting game, so much as just making a game that will funnel you into spending money eventually. And then they do it in the most haphazard way a lot of times, where they'll just kind of like gate it off and be like, pay. Trees bearing very solid-looking nuts whip to and fro in the force of the gale. This doesn't bode well for you. Oh.
Nuts fly off the trees and smack you and your friends right on the head. Everyone's faces screw up in agony.
Nuts to the face. 8 damage. So wait, who actually took that damage? So it looks like Melanie and Ash took it, or did everybody take it? Speaking of, since I'm here under skills, I should swap out Body Slam for Rolling Claw. Yeah, that's good stuff. Okay. Although that now means that I have two cost spells. I may actually have to use those cards that give you more mana eventually. Huh. I wonder, can I use my skills outside of combat? I probably can't.
Nice work. Good work.
I think technically the mushroom's actually stronger right now than the what's it called? Yeah, a little bit stronger. All right, let's try it. Rolling Claw. Rolling Claw. Eh? Wait. What? Oh, maybe because it was kind of loading in, it just displayed all 3 damages at once. Ooh, treasure. I'll take that. Knight's Chainmail. The breastplate of a famous sellsword. It's not for them. Aha. Okay. I didn't recognize that the design was a Mar design. Okay. Big upgrade. Number go up. I'm happy. Uh-oh. Here we go again. More nuts to the face. Ooh. Eek. You know, that event may end up killing me before anything else does. Yeah, actually. Like, not even joking. So Ash has a passive ability to, like, heal over time, so I'm not too worried about spending a heal on him. Not to mention also I have all of these still, which I'm going to sell if I make it to the next town. I wonder if she's actually getting experience while being in reserve like that. Let me try swapping her out for Ash and just seeing what you can do. And well, so we've got, okay, that's basic attack. Poison Arrow. Deal dark damage and inflict poison if roll is 4 or greater. And then Quick Shot. Deal 2 times damage. I like it. Oh, she's also nearly dead. Okay then. Owned cards. So reserve party members also get hit by these effects. I really want to ape the art style of this game because it's so pretty. It's like medieval Art Deco. That's an interesting way to put it, yeah. These designs are done by the same person who does a lot of the designs for Yoko Taro's games. I forget his name off the top of my head, though. Like, I was just looking this up a few days ago because I was looking up their Moby Games pages. But yeah, this is basically like the same core team that did like Nier Automata and I think Drakengard 3 as well. Actually, I think Drakengard 3 was the other game that the character designer did. It was I think he may not have been a key designer for Replicant, but he was for Drakengard 3 and for Nier Automata and this. Yeah, really, when you read about like kind of how this game came about, it almost sounds like it's just friends getting together to make a game. They're just like, well, we got the band back together and just made this game. All right. Let's see what you do. Let's try the Poison Arrow. Well done. At least it's not nothing. And 7 damage is still 7 damage. The mushroom still concerns me. Poison. Cards afflicted with poison take 1 to 6 points of damage at fixed intervals. Although they won't live long enough to see that. Double proof. Decrease wind bolt damage by 5. That's going to be useful. Melanie really is the star of this game as far as the combat goes and as far as like your interaction with like the enemies of the world and whatnot. She is your glass tank and she is your way of getting through enemies.
As if drawn in by the voice, you head deeper into the forest, where you find a woman playing a stringed instrument. Why won't the right words come to me, she laments, her fingers stopping on the strings.
See, this is a brilliant bit of like design here for this. Because this encounter happened in the previous section of the woods before getting to the town, and it played out differently. And you got this event multiple times in the forest before reaching the town. So by the time that you get here, you're kind of programmed to automatically go for the choice that I made and search to find the singing woman. Because in the previous area, it was a harpy, and by selecting find the singing woman, you would basically disarm the engagement and get gold without having to even fight.
Hearing her sigh, you offer to help her with her song. Very well then. Please finish this verse, she responds, then begins to sing.
Oh no. It's freaking cold! In a snow-covered town, I hear a voice. Oi, oi, oi. Q. It's freaking cold. That sounds like Ash, but then again, Ash also is shown to have at least some musical ability since he played the flute before. So I almost want to do Q just to see if that's possibly like the quote-unquote right answer.
You imitate Mars' mule, but the woman just tilts her head to the side in confusion. You pity the poor soul for not comprehending the sheer cuteness of your dear companion. In the end, you gain nothing from the exchange and leave the woman to her song. About the enemy.
It's easy for you to say, Mr. Narrator Man.
Fortune favors the bold.
You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked the Dryad's enemy story. Alright, let's see what the Dryad's enemy story is. We haven't unlocked this yet. Alright, the Dryad. Dryads believe themselves to be the belle of the ball, of the forest ball, so to speak. On the night of the full moon, they have been known to hold concerts deep in the heart of the forest. The mere hint of a Dryad's song is enough to send creatures of the forest fleeing. For those who pay any mind to it, pass gently into that night, into that good night. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oof. Wait, who took 8 damage? Was it Mar took 8 damage? It may have been Mar. I mean, it may have been a Ash, actually. Which I am fine with that. Do you have any idea about whom else might play at Summer Sizzler this year? I do not. I have no idea about who else might be playing at Summer Sizzler. I'm not sure actually who would be available for that either. Have you heard anything? I keep hoping that maybe Aaron will do it and we'll get an RBF reunion. That would be cool. It'd be cool even if it was like... Actually... I mean, I'd actually kind of love to also see like if he just did Forces of Evil too. Or really anything. I mean, I've enjoyed pretty much all of Aaron's projects that he's fronted, so... Ooh. New skill, Cornered Prey. Add 3 to damage if target is afflicted by a status ailment. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, why not? I mean, I guess maybe he doesn't feel like it. I mean, that's as valid as any reason, really. I think he's kind of taking it easy at this point and just kind of chilling after decades upon decades upon decades upon decades of grind. So, you know, he's earned it if he wants to just chill and not do anything for a while. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Green Fungo's enemy story. Alright, what's Green Fungo's story? Seeing as they produce poison within their bodies for protection, these guys are anything but fun. Factor in their tough flesh, and you have a meal even the omnivores would avoid. So many chefs have tried and failed to come up with a way to render these creatures edible that each new poisoning elicits a little more than that each new poisoning elicits little more than an eye roll from the physician on duty. I take it it's like a challenge to try and make it work. I guess that's kind of like trying to make Eye of Round, I believe is the cut. That's like impossible to make decent. Except in this case they get poisoned instead. I think Scott said something about him wanting to reform RBF though. So there may be something there. Yeah, maybe. Like I remember Scott like commenting I remember G Scott saying in chat something about they would be coming back for 2024. Which I don't know if he's joking or serious. But you know, either way, you know. Obviously Aaron is more than welcome to take his time. Love to see whatever musical projects he comes out with.
Here, Ridis chirps, pushing overgrown boughs and shrubs aside. As she does, a hidden path out of the bewildering wood comes into view. At last, you are free of the bewildering wood. Praise the power of the Woodlanders, you squeal in admiration of Ridis. She giggles bashfully. You've certainly kept your promise, you say. Thank you for showing us the way. I was hoping I could join you on your quest to defeat the dragon, Ridis suddenly blurts out.
You say to Ridis, I mean, oh, hey, Kaz. Just lurking until something good is said, huh? Let's see. I feel like as if at this point Ash has a little bit more rapport with Ridis, so it makes sense for him to be more like, why do you want to go after the dragon, rather than just saying, no way I'm splitting the reward with you. Although, that's still kind of his motivation. Playing some board game arena. Oh, then that's not much different than this then. Except this probably has better writing than the board game.
She takes out her old book and thrusts another page in your face. This week's creature of fortune is the dragon. Boons may befall those who encounter him. Melanie's jaw goes slack. What is the deal with this book? Melanie asks, bewildered.
I mean, I don't think it's, you know, that far of a stretch to see Aaron reforming RBF at some point. Whether it's sometime this year or next year or somewhere indeterminate in the future, who knows? I certainly wouldn't book any plans on expecting that to happen, I should say. Like, I know, yeah, I mean, but officiality doesn't have much to do with anything, though. I mean, you know, like, a band can stop and just never officially stop, but just kind of, like, disappear quietly. They've never officially broken up or stopped, but they've just stopped. You know, like, Catch-22, for example, they're like that. Like, you know, they stopped forever ago. They've played an occasional show here or there, but for the most part, they don't really exist anymore. I think the podcast they did together comes out in July. Maybe we'll learn something then. Ooh, they did a podcast. I must have missed that. I miss a lot. Like, I'm in the streams, but at the same time, like, my attention is split. I have really bad attention, so my attention gets split no matter what. Actually, for a lot of times when I'm watching Scott's stream, like, I'll be watching and I'll normally also be playing along and playing music along with it, or playing along with it on my guitar and singing along. Oh, yeah, Melanie is in shock about the book. What is the deal with this book? Melanie has turned into Jerry Seinfeld for a little bit. What is the deal with this book? Melanie asks, bewildered.
I can probably pay off my debt if we can just defeat the dragon, Riddish chirps, revealing her true intentions.
You did I don't know what a PPT is, so I don't know. I don't quite know what the significance of doing a PPT during Kerplunk is. Although apparently I missed that. I definitely had the stream running for, I think, all of it? Was that? Actually, it depends. If that was on Wednesday, I would have had to leave for a bit because I do have a meeting during that time. Scott's Wednesday streams happen the same time that I have a weekly meeting, so I do miss about an hour of it. It was Thursday morning. Okay, Thursday morning, I was just off in general. I just didn't feel well Thursday. I think it's just because, like, this week in general is an earlier week, and I had to be up earlier Wednesday, and I also had to be up earlier this morning, too. I had a 6:30 a.m. meeting this morning. It's a miracle I'm awake at all. Speaking of, I'm going to actually step away for a second. I'm going to get some coffee.